Fort Stockton is stock full of historical buildings.
Still standing today. It's been through a lot.
None of them, however, are older than this one.
So we are at the oldest house in Fort Stockton, and the story goes that this house began as the sutlery for the original fort. And Fort Stockton was started as Camp Stockton in 1858. So that would make it the second oldest building in West Texas, outside of El Paso.
It might not look like much now,
This is the best way to approach the building.
but back in the day,
In its heyday, this was a big house. From the 1880s till the 1950s, this was actually a really large family home. When it was built in the 1850s, Fort Stockton was really just the springs, Comanche Springs, and then most of the soldiers were living in tents. So there were very few actual structures that had been built for that first fort.
and let's just say the Fort Stockton life in the 1850s was pretty different than the life there now.
So this would have been the source for their water. Even though we had springs down the hill, especially during the period when there were Comanche raiders and Apache, just having water real close to your house would have been very important.
Over the last 50 years, however, the house has since deteriorated due to different elements, including the weather. Despite that, within the past year, there's been plenty of efforts to learn even more about the historical house.
We have been teaming up for the last 8 months with Texas Tech University. Their archaeology program has been coming down here and doing digs here, and are planning to spend more time here to find out the whole history of the building.
That history has also attracted other professionals from around the country.
Last October, we took samples of some of the vigas on the roof and sent them to the University of Arizona to a dendrochronologist who was studying the wood and the age of the wood, which could tell us the age of the building.
Something about this wood stumped the archaeologist.
And also, he didn't know this tree. It was a tree that he didn't have in his library, and he got so excited about it that he asked if he could come here and sample the rest of the wood that's in the building. Once people heard about that, 8 other archaeologists from around Texas asked if they could come.
And the hope is a ton of new tourists around not just Texas, but the country can come and visit the house.
The Historic Society is hoping to recreate it or restore it to a certain extent and create a new tourist attraction in Fort Stockton.
A new tourist attraction that'll add to the list of things to do in Fort Stockton. In Fort Stockton, I'm Marcus Risen, News West 9.